Hello, Team New Horizons family. I've been getting a specific question frequently from team members, and I'm excited by this question because that means we are in activity mode, right? We're doing the right things. We know at the end of the day that our job description as successful LegalShield business owners, right? Franchise owners. That's what we are at the end of the day, right? We do four things. Four things are kind of like a job description. The first is to invite and expose individuals, right? To invite people to learn about our business and invite them to look at a tool, come to an event, whether it be a briefing, a sit-down, webcast, overview. Of course, we know the bigger the exposure, the bigger the decision, right? So ideally, live events is what we want to invite people to, but the bottom line is we invite individuals to learn about our business. So we utilize tools. Something other than ourselves, right? Even if you're sitting across the table with someone belly to belly, you shouldn't be doing off the cuff, right? You should have that flip chart, which you know has been distributed to individuals who've been plugged in the system. Congratulations, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you're utilizing your computer, or if you're utilizing your iPad, right? So the bottom line is we invite people to look at tools. Then once we've done that, we invite people to attend an event. Once again, that's the ultimate goal, to get them to a live presentation, which is going to have far more impact than a website or a video, a webcast, or they're very effective. They work, right? But at the end of the day, we know it's a live event that ultimately garners the bigger decisions, right? To not only participate as a member, but to go from cautiously optimistic to excited. I can do this, right? That social evidence that transpires when they actually are in a room with other individuals who are seeing and feeling and responding in unison the same way about how positive and impactful this opportunity is. So we invite people to events, right? Presentations, in other words, right? Someone comes out, they see a presentation. We call the person that has seen a presentation a guest. It's really that simple. And then, of course, once we invite people to presentations, we anticipate that those individuals who see the presentation will become members, right? They become members. And if you really think about it, you get really excited about that, because once someone becomes a member, and assuming we've done a professional job, right? They don't need a good presentation. I mean, they don't need a great presentation. Quite frankly, they just need an okay presentation. It doesn't have to be spectacular or even super good, right? As long as it's an okay professional presentation, 9 times out of 10, that individual who's seen the information, they're going to be inclined to offer something called referrals. Now, this is really exciting, because if a member is willing to offer referrals, keep in mind that's all we do as associates anyway, right? We're happy members who are willing to refer people to the service. So now you have a potential associate, and we can talk about closing in terms of, you know, transitioning from a member to an associate. Number one, there's trainings out there already. A lot of trainings out there already, and I want to make sure I keep this abbreviated overview really brief. But one of the transitions that I've been hearing lately is, okay, so once we acquire the referrals from someone, how do we go about approaching those referrals, right? What do we say? What's the language? What's the diction? What's the approach? And I want to give you more mindset than diction, but I'm going to give you a little bit of both, right? Number one, it doesn't change, right? The game doesn't change. The purpose of an exposure is another exposure. The purpose of getting someone to an event is to get them to another event, right? So it doesn't change, right? Sometimes when we acquire referrals, we think we have to do something different. No, you do the exact same thing that we've been doing, right? The same thing, the same reasons why you joined the business, and the same tools that were utilized, you employ those same tools, right? So let's say hypothetically, I was referred to Demetrius by Mr. Chisholm. I would call Demetrius up and I would say, hey, Demetrius, look, you and I may not know each other, but we have a good friend in Justin Chisholm. And look, here's the thing, Demetrius. I'm not calling to sell you anything. I'm just calling because I asked Mr. Chisholm, you know, who are smart, sharp individuals who are moving in the right direction, who are having success, that you believe could really appreciate what it is that we're doing. And you're one of the first individuals whom he referred me to, so I gotta believe that you're dynamic, sharp individuals, right? It's the same deal, right? Just like the 8-step process, right? You call someone up, you edify, right? You compliment them. That's exactly what I just did. 9 times out of 10, Demetrius is going to say, well, you know, yeah, I am a sharp guy. You know, he may not even say that, but know that that is the response that you're getting over the phone, right? That, you know, you've complimented him, so he's going to be more likely to be open to the information. You say, look, right? Obviously, you're a sharp, dynamic individual. here's the thing. Once again, I'm not calling, understand the mindset. I'm not calling to sell you anything over the phone. You're a sharp person. What I'd like to do is share the same information with you that we share with Mr. Chisholm. Is that okay? Okay, great. Look, and now here's the deal, right? I personally would do everything I can to get them to an event. So if the briefing, this is a Monday, so if the briefing's Tuesday, I would say, look, what does your schedule look like this upcoming Tuesday, right? You clear the schedule. What does your schedule look like this upcoming Tuesday at 6 o'clock? It's free? Oh, wow. Look, there is a private invitation. There's a gathering taking place by invitation only. And I'd love to invite you out. There are individuals in the room who have had $500 days, individuals who have $5,000 months. They're down to earth, know 100% of the information. They can answer, like, get all your questions answered. How does that sound? If I were to forward you and extend the invitation to you to attend this incredible opportunity and event to meet these outstanding individuals, would you come? Right? So it's the same type of invitation, right? Keep in mind, edification plays a big role in this. You have to edify. No one wants to attend a meeting. They're not coming out for a meeting. They're coming out to hear some incredible information, but they're coming out to meet some what? Incredible, dynamic individuals who are having success, down to earth, having a good time. They're coming to get their questions answered and be in that type of environment of success. So keep that in mind, right? So you don't say, well, are you available because there's a meeting taking place? No, don't do that. Okay, so, but what if they can't attend the meeting, right? What if they're out of town? Right? What if they're a 4 or 5 hour drive away? Well, you have something called LegalShieldCalendar.com, right? That you employ to invite people to events. Or sometimes an individual you can just tell over the phone they're really not all that gung-ho about coming to an event. They're not there yet. So one approach that you may want to take, and I take this approach 50% of the time as well, it's the same deal, right? I compliment, look, as opposed to inviting to an event, I say, well, look, if I were to forward some information to you via email, would you take a look at it? And of course, they're going to say, well, yeah, right, because you've complimented them, right? You've asked politely, and you said, look, if I were to forward this information to you via email, would you take a look? Great. What's your email address, right? What's your email address? What's the best email to send the information to? Look, I'm going to send it to you in the next 5 minutes. You don't mind me inquiring? When do you think you can get around to it? Are you going to get around to it in 30 minutes? Are you going to get around to it tomorrow? Okay, great. So I'll give you a call. If it's 8 o'clock, I'll give you a call at 9 o'clock. How does that sound? You're sure you're available at 9? Great, because I want to make you're convenient. It's 9? Okay, great. I'll give you a call then. Oh, you'll seen it tonight, and I can give you a call, let's say, by tomorrow at noon or tomorrow at 8. You sure you're available at noon, or you sure you're available at 8? Okay, fantastic. I'll follow you then. See, it doesn't stop. It's the same process over and over again, right? Inviting people from exposure to event, right? So, of course, I'm going to strongly encourage individuals, learn the 8-step process, implement that. You need to know that like the back of your hand. That way, if you've practiced this, and you know the 8-step process like the back of your hand, it sounds so much more fluid and so much more comfortable with the phone, and you can focus on the mindset and understanding what it is that you're there to do when you're making a phone call, and you can smile while you're doing it, right? Because ultimately people want to work with people who are having fun and enjoying the business, right? They don't want to be, they can find strain and stress at the workplace, or unfortunately some of them at their households, right? So anyway, I just felt it was necessary to post this because I've been getting this question quite a bit, and I'm excited about it because, I mean, that means there's growth, there's activity, there's enthusiasm, there's a core that's beginning to develop of those of us who are taking this business seriously, and I know the best is still yet to come. So with that being said, everyone have a fantastic evening. Goodbye for now.